You're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 29th day of January 2024. A very good evening to you and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Kimani and my co-presenter on the sign language interpretation tonight is Boniface Moreithi. Now, President William Ruto has today attended the plenary session of the Italy-Africa Summit in Rome. The two-day conference is aimed at strengthening ties and collaboration between Africa and Italy, while at the same time presenting the country's strategic plan aimed at reviewing its approach to the African continent. The agenda of the summit covers diverse areas of cooperation, including food security, culture, education, vocational training, energy security, economic and infrastructure development, as well as joint efforts against human trafficking and terrorism. In the process of improving county government services, county governors have held their annual Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council meeting today, hosted by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua at his current residence. The governors have, however, lamented over the delayed disbursement of county funds, saying that in the financial year 2023-2024, they only received 160 million shillings, which translates to 41.5%. Here's our very own Nelias Onjiro with more on the story.
The Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council IBECA meeting convened today and deliberated on critical issues affecting the county government, the main issue being the untimely and late disbursement of the county funds.
Indeed, we should not be having pending bills for the last financial year. Prompt payments for goods and services releases funds to our business people and spurs economic growth, especially the hustler nation, for a better and vibrant economy. Let money circulate. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we have noted that with the adoption of the TADAT system, revenue collection is rising. It is our expectation that the 27 counties that have not embraced the system will do so without delay. As we collaborate in addressing productivity in the entire economy, we must tackle the threats of a rising wage bill. Corruption is a threat to both levels of government.
Speaking on funds disbursement in 2023-2024 financial year, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua warned the governors against accumulating pending bills, adding that the main focus in the 2024-2025 financial year is agriculture.
Let us work collectively to put in place control measures to monitor use of public funds for procurement and expenditure to be within the law. I wish to appreciate your continued support in jointly implementing the Affordable Housing Program and the Universal Health Care programs. I urge you to prioritize prevention health care to enhance quality. Once more, let us support the subsidized fertilizer program to enhance food production as one of the ways of reducing the cost of living. The President and I remain very committed to the success of devolution, and I therefore invite that we have a very robust engagement today.
Speaking on behalf of other governors during the event, Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga said they are disappointed by the national government since last year they were promised 385 million shillings, which were insufficient to cater to the county needs.
Fedha za mwaka ujao wa mwaka wa 24-25. Basi kama counties mwaka jana tulipata bilioni 385 ambazo tulizichukua shingo upande.
Governor Kahiga said county government need to employ more ECD teachers and this will add up to 12.9 billion shillings. On the health sector, the governors have requested for the new medical equipment for each county government.
Hatukufurahia lakini tulichukua tu kwa sababu ilitubidi kuchukua. Kwa hivyo mwaka huu baada ya kulenga na kuangalia mahitaji ya counties, tumepata kwamba kuna haja ya kuajiri walimu wa shule za chekechea ambazo hiyo huenda ikahitaji kama bilioni 12.9 au kwa pengine tuseme pia kuna matibabu ya hospitali ambayo yaathirika sana kwa sababu kuna ule mpango ulikuwa wa medical equipment scheme ambao ulikuwa umeanzishwa na serikali kuu ambao utaisha mwezi wa 3 na counties zinatakana kuendeleza.
On taxation of workers, Kahiga said that this is a big burden amid calls to tame the wage bill.
Pitia kwa leseni peke yake mabilioni lakini kwingineko hakuna ule usawa katika kaunti zote, lakini kaunti zinaendelea kung'ang'ana na kujikakamua katika hali ya kutafuta own source revenue. Mwishowe tunasema hivi, ambalo ni pendekezo, najua haliwezi likapendwa, lakini ni lazima tuliseme. Itafika wakati tunaangalia wafanyikazi katika kaunti, ushuru wanaotozwa, na basi tukachukua kiwango cha zile pesa na serikali kuu ikachukua kiwango kingine.
On counties revenue creation issue, the governors have urged the national government to first equalize counties and pointed to the low population and poor infrastructure in the example of Wajir County.
That is the meeting that already took place today in Nairobi County, where the county government has already received 160 million Kenyan shillings. That translates to 41.5%. And according to Kenyan Treasury, the Kenya Kwanza government is already in the process of fulfilling the promises that already rendered to the county government. Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch from Nairobi County, my name is Nelias Wanjir.
Thank you so much, Nelias, for that report. Moving on, and 17 people have been confirmed dead following a grisly road accident at the Odo area in Nyando sub-county along the busy Kisumu-Nairobi highway. In the 2:30 a.m. incident, a bus belonging to Super Metro Company, which was heading to Nairobi from Kampala, collided with a lorry. Confirming the incident, Nyanza Regional Traffic Enforcement Officer Alan Mwangi said the driver of the bus was overtaken, leading to the head-on collision. Nyando Sub-County Police Commander Grace Thuo said 10 people and a child died on the spot, while scores of others were rushed to Ahero County Hospital and the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital for treatment.
Licheleweshwa pale kwenye mpaka ule tunaambiwa kukaguliwa. Kwa hiyo alipotoka hapo kama alikuwa analipia ule muda uliopotea pale mpakani. Akatembea kwa kasi sana hivyo overtake. Hiyo ni vurugu hivyo, tumegongana hilo gari la mchele, watu wameruka hivyo.
If it was not fast, we would have controlled the incident, but he was moving fast. That's why he lost the control. Fortunately for me, I have been on this right hand driver's side. And it has been okay somehow, but the other side, left hand, finished.
Now, the State Department for Labor and Skills Development has rolled out a digitized national skills inventory that will play a critical role in the job placement of unemployed youth in the country. According to Principal Secretary for Labor and Skills Development, Shadrach Mwadime, the inventory will enhance the transition of Kenyans towards emerging employment opportunities in the local and international labor markets. Gloria Musimbi with more.
In efforts to demonstrate the government's commitment to enhancing youth employment in the country, the State Department for Labor and Skills Development has rolled out a digitized national skills inventory aimed at modernizing the management of workforce skills in the country.
In this context, data shall be mined from the near miss to provide information on the supply of skills in the country. In addition, data on the demand of skills shall be mined from the near miss based on job orders, job opportunities, and annual employment returns.
Addressing the press, PS Shadrach Mwadime stated that the government is not only targeting unemployed persons, but also those currently employed.
As a matter of priority, all unemployed persons are required to register their skills data on the National Skills Inventory. In this regard, the State Department for Internal Security and National Administration shall play a critical role in mobilizing the youth to register their skills.
The database will be hosted on the National Employment Authority Integrated Management System, enabling efficient data mining for insights into the country's skill supply and demand. With the database in place, the government can now enhance the job placement of unemployed youth by effectively aligning available skills to the local and international labor markets.
There are job opportunities that are opening up abroad, particularly in the Western European countries and also the Gulf countries, some countries within the Middle East. It is critical for us to do a survey concerning the skills that we have so that going forward we will ensure a smooth labor migration to these destination countries. We'll be able to address the gaps that are there, and therefore this will assist us in terms of the plans that we have to have as many of our young people take up those opportunities that are opening up.
The government has already initiated a pilot project in Nakuru and Mombasa, with unemployed youth being urged to register their skills. This effort is set to extend to other counties starting January 30th, 2024. While stating that Kenya is set to sign a bilateral agreement with Germany for employment opportunities, Mwadime said the move is to support a seamless migration of Kenyan workers to key foreign destination markets.
There are job opportunities that are opening up abroad, particularly in the Western European countries and also the Gulf countries, some countries within the Middle East. It is critical for us to do a survey concerning the skills that we have, so that going forward we will ensure a smooth labor migration to these destination countries. We'll be able to address the gaps that are there, and therefore this will assist us in terms of the plans that we have to have as many of our young people take up those opportunities that are opening up, as many as possible.
Employers in both public and private sectors are mandated to submit their annual employment returns by February the 29th, 2024 to the National Employment Authority.
All employers in the public and private sectors are required to submit their annual employment returns by 29th of February 2024 to the National Employment Authority. In addition, they are required to continuously submit their job orders and job opportunities to the National Employment Authority.
Reporting for OpTV Newswatch, I'm Gloria Musimbi.
Thank you so much, Gloria, for that report. Now, in an effort to quell the rising insecurity along the Kerio Valley belt, encompassing West Pokot, Turkana, Elgeyo Marakwet, Samburu, and Laikipia counties, religious leaders from the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Kenya have appointed Bishop Thomas Makulap Lokori to lead the new diocese. During his consecration, Bishop Lokori urged political leaders to set aside differences, collaborate with the national government, and allocate resources to the marginalized counties. Now, these peace efforts follow the recent killing of a national police reservist by suspected bandits in Kasai Pokot North, raising concerns about cross-border insecurity. Brian Mugambi with the report.
In a bid to address the rising insecurity in the 6 counties bordering the Kerio Valley Belt, consisting of West Pokot, Turkana, Elgeyo Marakwet, Samburu and Laikipia, the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Kenya has installed Bishop Thomas Makulap Lokori to lead the new diocese of Kerio Valley.
Na tunajua pia ya kwamba katika eneo hilo limekuwa mara nyingi katika bonde hili la Kerio limekuwa bonde la vita. Ni bonde ambaye watu wanakufa kila siku, na ni kwa sababu ya ujinga ya wanadamu. Ni kweli ya kwamba serikali wamejaribu kuleta askari, kuweka NVR na kujaribu mambo ya peace kwa njia yoyote ile. Hawakuweza kufaulu.
During his consecration at Chester TTC in Sigo constituency, Bishop Lokori urged political leaders to set aside their differences and collaborate with the national government to allocate more resources to the marginalized counties.
Natumai ya kwamba kuja kwa hii diocese na wewe kama askofu tutalete amani katika Kerio Valley Diocese. Tunaomba tu tembee pamoja na sisi kama sisi pia viongozi ambao tumechaguliwa, na tunahakika ya kwamba vile ambavyo unaongea na vile ambavyo uko na imani pamoja ukifanya kazi na sisi, hatuna shaka kwamba amani itapatikana katika sehemu hii kupitia kwa uongozi wako Bishop Lokori.
In attendance was Pokot South lawmaker David Pikosing and West Pokot women representative Rael Kasiwai, both of whom have called for unified support of Bishop Lokori, stressing that peace requires collaboration from various leaders.
Wanasema Pokot mbaya. Mpaka hata watu wamekubali Bishop kama sisi ni mbaya na hata sisi sio mbaya. Bishop ambie wale wengine waombee wale wengine pia watu amini na watu heshimu kama wa Pokot na amani itakuja pande ya kile pale Bishop. They will faulu.
Mungu anapitia watu kuleta amani. Nimeona vile umenena mambo ya nguvu sana. Ukasema utatembea North mzima kuleta amani. Mimi nitaunga wewe mkono, tutatembea mahali utaingia.
MP Samuel Moroto, addressing the public for the first time after his wife's funeral, expressed concern about alleged collaboration between security officers and influential figures in forcefully evicting people from Chepcho in a settlement scheme.
Wakati tunazungumza mambo ya amani hapa, kuna area nyingine inaitwa Chepchoina. Shamba ile nilipeana 1994, unapata mtu anakuja na kuingia shamba ya mtu na kusema kuna kitu utanifanyia. Wacha sasa niseme mbele ya kanisa. Hata tutaweka moto yako ni mbaya kidogo. Lakini kwa hii wiki 2-3 hata serikali sasa wasikie. Kama serikali imeshindwa kuchunga na kwa mali ya mtu na maisha yake, basi ongojeni kidogo. Haya sande.
The peace efforts follow the recent killing of a national police reservist by suspected bandits in Kasai, Pokot North. The assailants are believed to have crossed over from the neighboring county of Turkana. Brian Mugambi, Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you so much, Brian, for that report. Now, former Kisii Boda Boda chairman Fred Nunda has been denied bond for the third time by the Kisii High Court due to his previous criminal records, including fraud and a history of absconding when released on bond. Renowned lawyer Cliff Ombeta has made an application for Nunda's release for the third time, citing the resolution of other cases against him and emphasizing the change in circumstances, particularly the potential risk to Nunda's health. Nunda was arrested last year and charged with the murder of a 29-year-old Boda Boda rider in Kisii town. The court had previously denied him bond, considering his criminal history.
We have not been given statements, and the hearing starts next week on 6th. So what are they doing? Basically denying us the constitutional right to prepare in time. They are going to try and ambush us. That's why we are insisting that we get those statements done today. Some of us are too experienced to be denied with this kind of sharp practice or this kind of attitude and ambush. Some of us are too experienced for that. And even if you gave me a statement a minute before the hearing, I will still stand and do the case. So let them not think that that is what is going to help them. But in the meantime, as we wait for the court, since we cannot interfere and argue that application here, we want the police officers and the state to act in good faith now that the person is in custody. You can't keep on punishing somebody because you have some political inclination. This is totally a political thing. If they are going to use politics as a particular line to injure somebody and frustrate somebody, then we are not following the law. Then we are not doing the right thing. Then how different are you from the person you're trying to charge? At least him, he has denied the charge. You are not denying it. You are continuing denying us our right. So we are insisting. You give us those statements. We prepare for the case. Whether we have the bail or not, we shall proceed with the matter and finish it as fast as possible.
Crossing borders now, and 3 military-led West African nations of Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso have announced their immediate withdrawal from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, accusing the body of becoming a threat to its members. The 3 countries have accused the regional body of failing to support their fight against terrorism and insecurity while imposing illegal sanctions. The junta-led countries had already been suspended from the bloc, which has been urging them to return to democratic rule. Relations between the bloc and the 3 countries have been tense after military coup took place in Niger in July 2023, Burkina Faso in 2022, and Mali in 2020. ECOWAS has called on all three countries to return to civilian rule. According to the ECOWAS treaty, member states wishing to withdraw must give written notice a year in advance and continue to abide by its provisions during that year. Well, you're watching Hope TV Newswatch. It's now time for a quick commercial break, but after the break, I'll be back with the business and sports news. Stick around.
Je, ushawahi kuweka jambo kwenye mizani? Ushawahi kupata uzito wake? Haya basi, usitapetape zaidi. Naomba unigande, maana mizani ipo hapa kwa ajili yako.
Vyakula na mbegu za kitamaduni
na kutuliza fikra na kukuwezesha kupima masuala ibuka katika jamii. Tena kwa busara. Tukutane mizani kila Ijumaa saa 1 machweo kwenye runinga ya Hope TV.
Hello there, praise the name of the Lord. My name is Evelyn Wanjiro. To get Naiwe Maombi as your skiza tune, SMS skiza 8830022 to 811. Hope Skiza, spreading the hope.
Envision a future where you enjoy the things that truly matter to you. At Wealth Capital Limited, we are committed to making this future a reality for you. Invest in the Wealth Money Market Fund, meticulously crafted to help you achieve your financial aspirations from as little as 1,000 Kenyan shillings. Visit www.nwealth.co.ke/capital or call 0700-617-443 for more information. Wealth, for a better tomorrow. Wealth Capital Unit Trust Scheme is approved by Capital Markets Authority, which does not take responsibility for the financial soundness of the scheme. Prices of shares and income may fluctuate, and the right to redeem shares may be suspended.
Africa International University takes pride in being at the forefront of producing Christ-centered leaders, transforming Africa and the world. At AIU, we lead, we innovate, we inspire, and we are a family bound by a common goal of transforming the world. There is no better time to think about your career transformation in an international community. Our intakes are in January, May, and September and are currently ongoing. Embark today on an exciting and life-building academic journey by enrolling in our diverse certificates, diplomas, bachelor's, postgraduates, master's, or PhD programs. Africa International University, a university in the heart of Africa, with Africa on its heart.
Welcome back. You're watching Hope TV Newswatch. Now, the county government of Bungoma has today signed a contract with EIDU, an organization that is committed to accelerating education system change globally, so as to roll out a digital learning program targeting young learners in the county. The strategic partnership marks a significant milestone in advancing the integration of modern learning technologies into Kenya's education system. About 3,233 learners in grades PP1 and PP2 will benefit from the enhanced learning experience offered by the digital learning program. In addition, 108 teachers will be trained on how to use smart teaching devices to plan and deliver highly engaging lessons in the classroom, supporting them in the implementation of the competency-based curriculum.
This is a digital world. It's not even a matter of joining other counties. Whether other counties were there or not, we are supposed to digitize, and digital literacy has to start at the early age. And using a digital platform will definitely even excite the learners. Will also reduce the workload for the teachers. Normally, we used to have, in the olden days, we used to have even radio lessons, but now it will be that the learner at the early level is guided digitally.
I'm sure the lives of our children will really change from that tender age. Only I was imagining how will it look like a PP1, mtoto mdogo kuwekwa hii, it's like sometimes inaweza kuwa mzito, but with the time they'll get used to. The same way sisi during our time, things were very hard. We were memorizing things, but we managed.
The county government now has access to dashboards where not only will they be able to see what's happening in the schools in terms of learner progress and teacher being able to support the learners, but they're able to see where each school is mapped across the different sub-counties. That way it helps them to be able to make more strategic decisions when it comes to ECD centers and schools. What happens is that once the device or the digital learning program has been launched in a classroom, each child has their own account. So a picture is taken of the child and then the details of the child. So when each child goes into their account, they're able to work on the exercises and the activities. That way a teacher is able to understand how is this student progressing with, let's say, numeracy or maths. That way they're able to monitor.
Winner as Guinea reached the quarterfinals of the African. And to some sports in action now. Mohamed Bayo headed a 98th minute winner as Guinea reached the quarterfinals of the Africa Cup of Nations with a victory over 10-man Equatorial Guinea. We had earlier missed a penalty. Equatorial Guinea midfielder Federico Becoro was dismissed 10 minutes after the break for catching Bayo in the ribs with his studs. Meanwhile, goalkeeper Lionel Mpasi scored the 18th penalty of a nerve-shredding shootout as DR Congo produced the latest shock at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations by knocking 7-time champions Egypt out to reach the quarterfinals following a 1-1 draw after extra time. While currently Kevad are playing Mauritania and the scores in the 75th minute is 0-0. At 11 p.m. East African time, Senegal will play the hosts Ivory Coast. Moving on, and Manchester United advanced into the FA Cup 5th round after surviving a big fright against League 2 side Newport County. United were 2 goals up and cruising after Bruno Fernandes and Kobe Mainoo struck inside 15 minutes, but the underdogs rallied and superbly drew level. Newport pushed in search of the lead, but were ultimately undone by goals from Anthony and Rasmus Højlund. Well, with that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for watching Hope TV Newswatch. We really do appreciate the value of your time. On behalf of the whole team that made this broadcast a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kennedy Kimani, and my co-presenter on the sign language interpretation has been Boniface Morethi.